Hi, I'm One Kidney Mike. I donated a kidney in February of 2025, and now I'm training to climb all 27 peaks in Montana that are greater than 12,000 feet to prove that kidney donation doesn't hold you back. I'm here at the Ear Mountain parking lot for the wildlife management area. I'm going to be attempting to climb up Ear Mountain today. Even though it is the first day of summer, there is a dusting of snow last night up on the mountain. The weather is forecasted to continue to have snow showers along with some pretty high winds. I think it said the forecast is to be gusting up to 55 miles an hour with a steady wind of in the 30 to 40 mile an hour range. I'm not certain that I'm going to make it all the way to the top just due to those kind of intense weather conditions, especially for the middle of summer. I did pack pretty heavy with some warm weather gear, and so certainly not stuff I would think that I would need for the first day of summer, but here we are. So let's go ahead and get moving. Well, so far it hasn't been too bad because I've been in the trees, but every time I come to a clearing, it gets pretty windy. We've got snow coming in as predicted, and we've got that much to go. I don't know, like 2,000 feet more to go before I reach the summit. Wow, it is windy out here. I'm kind of taking a little bit of shelter here by these tiny trees. I'm almost to the tree line. You can kind of see how far I've gone. The temperature right now registered at 34 on my thermometer, and I had a wind gust that was up to 49 miles per hour with a pretty steady wind between 25 and 35 miles an hour right here. So I imagine it's only going to get more windy as I go higher. It's actually getting difficult to even walk just because it's not steady wind, it's very gusty. So it just kind of buffet you back and forth. So I have no idea how much farther I'll get. I have a feeling once I'm out of the trees and off of the, and basically on that exposed ridge, that it's not gonna really be possible for me to continue without continuously falling down from the wind, just because, like I said, it just buffets you back and forth. So we'll just keep on going, see how it goes. Well, I'm taking shelter in this wind shadow so that way I could get a snack and also warm up my hands while I went and bought some better gloves for this hike, because I knew that it was going to be, you know, potential for snow, lots of wind, cold. My hands just always are cold anyway. So I thought I'd warm those up while I eat a snack. And I don't know how much further I'm going to actually end up going. So far I've been climbing kind of in the wind shadow of this ridge, but at some point I'm going to have to pop up on top of it, and the wind is still really howling. So it would just, you know, like I said, it just knocks you over. Going down is not going to be very much fun either because of the wind, and you know, as you going down you're a little unsteady, but then you get gusts of wind and it makes you really unsteady. But we'll see how it goes. And it is absolutely gorgeous up here. Just kind of, it has been constantly snowing this whole time. Not very heavy, but just little bits of snow. You probably can't see it because they're so small, but they're there. The wind was so bad here, you can't hear me at all, even with the wireless mic. The anemometer measured a peak wind speed of 53.5 miles per hour, or 86.1 kilometers per hour. I actually had to slow this clip down because the wind was making it hard to hold the anemometer and camera steady. The camera did a good job of stabilizing the background, which then amplified the anemometer's movement. I wasn't even fully on the ridge, and this is still somewhat protected from the full force of the wind, so you can imagine how bad it would have been on the ridge. This is the point where I decided that I was going to turn around. So that's the Surrey field I just came down, and Steve Sheriff actually went up that way, and that's the route on Peak Bagger. But I decided, because there's this right here, looks like a game trail to goes to the base of those rocks right there, and I went on the other side of those rocks and then up and met back up with the way that Steve Sheriff went, which I think was a lot easier than trying to go up a lot of the scree. On the other side, it wasn't really scree, it was more like talus, you know, a little bit larger rocks and a lot more exposed solid rock on the other side. Okay, so we made it back to the trailhead. Obviously we didn't make it to the summit. With that wind, it was going to be way too dangerous. I'm pretty sure I would have fallen at an inopportune time and hurt myself or worse. So I'm really happy with how far I was able to get given the conditions for today. It was really cold with that wind. I'll put the wind chill factor up because we had the temperature and the wind speed there. The total hike was 7 miles and it went 3,361 feet of elevation gain. So I actually came pretty close. I think I was within about 400 feet of the summit. Obviously there was some distance to go. I think it was probably about a half a mile. We were really close, but with that wind it just really wasn't worth it, because more than likely I would have ended up getting hurt. So I'm really happy with the way that hike went. We'll have to attempt that one again on a day that's a lot less windy and warmer, because it was cold too. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Check out my other videos, and I hope that you have a great day. Remember when I said this on Fairview a month ago? I'm kind of a fair weather type person. If you don't, go ahead and check out my Fairview Mountain and Willow Creek Falls video.